Hey YouTube, thought it would be cool to have a discussion about energy versus power. I made this point in my last video, but I think it fell kind of flat, so I thought I'd go over it in a little bit more detail. So the amount of energy that is in the battery is described by the kilowatt hours that are in the battery. The point I was trying to make is that kilowatt hour is kind of a weird unit, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's just a unit that we use out of convenience. Power is how much energy is being used over a certain amount of time. So it's a kilowatt hour for however many hours you're going to be using it. That is your power, typically measured in watts. Now, watt is a joule per second. Joule is the most appropriate unit to discuss energy because a joule is a kilogram meters squared per second squared, which is a weight that is, let's see if I get this right, a weight that is lifted a certain distance, meters, in the air, multiplied by the acceleration of gravity. No, that's not right at all. Yeah, multiplied by the acceleration of gravity. So this is mgh, potential energy. Anyways, this unit here is the fundamental unit of energy that tells you like how much you could lift a certain weight a certain distance, or if you drop that weight from a certain distance, how much energy would you get out of the system. With your battery, you're going to be able to lift that weight back up. And the conversion between joules and kilowatt hours, I think it's like 3,600. Be able to figure out, because joule, like I said, a watt is a joule per second. So a watt hour is a joule per second per hour, and there is 3,600 seconds in an hour. Getting a little bit messed up here. So you have 3,600 joules in a watt hour. Despite what my last video said, I said 360. But I think the YouTube algorithm rewards me for making more videos instead of correcting old videos. So I'll just go ahead and see how this goes. But the point is, the watt hour is a unit of convenience. That's why it's used, because it's easy to multiply volts. Volts times amps times the amount of hours that you want to run your equipment. If we talked about joules in all these cases, we would have to run around dividing everything by 3,600, which is a little bit more difficult. So that's why the unit of kilowatt hours is used for energy. So the amount of energy that's in the battery divided by the amount of time, or the amount of power that you need to run that battery for.